Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 125 of Persona 4, and today is going to be the bad endings. And for the record, I'm going to be talking over this, and by the way, I actually have some of this, half my footage, and half somebody else's footage. And the reason for that is, do I really want to go through this whole game all over again just to get the bad endings? Especially the accomplice ending. No, I don't. However, this one came off of my Persona 4 ending, and here's the thing, it's the same as Golden. The only difference is the fact that you don't get an achievement on any of this. Actually, no, you don't get an achievement for doing this at all. By the way, if you say push him in and do it already, well, guess what?
There's no need to stay if you don't want to.
They're going to do it.
Me too.
And when they do, Namatame will be pushed into the TV, and since the fog has long since passed, Namatame will be devoured by the shadows. In fact, now that I stop and think about it, there was an OVA where all the bad choices that you makes will end up showing a picture of Namatame, well, getting eviscerated by shadows off screen. And then there's the accomplice ending. But it's sad that they did this because Namatame is actually innocent. You don't believe me? Check part 122 and 123 for more details. And because you did that, however, Nanako remains dead. That's right, folks.
Hey, where's Teddy?
If you would have actually spared Namatame and had to listen to what he said, Nanako would have been in a coma. But if that's not all, folks, Teddy decides to leave and never come back.
It's not easy to live.
If you were going for the true ending, eventually he will. By the way, that will be part 126 when we get to that.
Well, goodbye.
So, yeah. In every bad ending, Teddy will leave a note and will never come back. So, whatever level you had Teddy, Teddy will stay there for quite some time until you restart the game. And then you'll be fast-forwarded to March 21st, and you won't be able to say goodbye to all your social links, and you will be going home. Yeah. That's a really shitty way to end a game if you actually wanted to go for the bad ending. I know everybody feels it in their heart to try to end Namatame for what he did to Nanako and for putting you through Heaven. Heaven's actually a really good stage. I like this music. I never did actually criticize the music of how good it was. But here's the thing. Everyone gets so angry and frustrated at Namatame, they forget that he may not be the killer. So now his death has been ruled as a suicide, the case has been closed, Nanako's dead, and now Yu's going back home. Unfortunately, that means Dojima's here by himself. Oh boy, that man's gonna drink himself to a fucking coma by the time we leave. I'm not even joking. That's horrible what happened to Nanako, but unfortunately, it's the prices you pay when you give in to temptation. More importantly,
it's almost time for your
Kuni no Saigiri was actually playing you all for suckers.
Starting tomorrow.
Now I know I'm talking through these cutscenes, but I do have a RAW. The RAW has no commentary, the RAW is completely silent. So you have that, I have this. Not like anybody's watching anyway, because Susan's suppressing views with another update.
But no one would step up to see justice.
But whatever the case,
it might fall to the closest person at hand to bear the burden. Punishing them.
Dojima will tell you that quote, and he knows that you probably did it, but all you have to say is, yeah, maybe so, or whatever.
We should get going.
And we're going to stop it here because that'll lead to another, to the ending cutscene. But then we're going to go to bad ending 2, where you actually do spare Namatame, but don't listen to what he has to say.
Nothing could make me forgive this bastard. But
now,
before we do this, I want to hear what you think.
While the appropriate answer for the start the chain would be answer 3, to start bad ending 2 is answer 2.
Are you saying you forgive this bastard?
Now then,
I thought you'd feel the same way we
you
did.
can change it up and lead it to answer 1, or you could start with answer 3 and then lead into ending 2 or 1 from answer 3.
Thank goodness.
All you have to say is don't do this, and you've got the bad ending 2.
How can you be so half-assed about this? Are you okay with what this bastard did?
And yeah, Yosuke is going to berate you for the fact that Nanako's dead because of this guy. Well,
It's just like how you feel
there's
right now.
not much to say except
Back and do nothing.
they had to really, really convince Yosuke not to kill anybody.
Are you moron?
Even though that's supposed to be
kill someone
your
first, kill
job
someone
in order
first.
for her to get the true ending.
Decide on something that's serious. But still,
I understand
opinion to be
that
this angry for someone who was close
Atlas
to
was
you.
trying to go
Then you
for
mustn't kill.
emotion and
That's
feeling,
something
and
you
god
can
damn
never
it
take back.
worked. When I first played this game,
You trust
I
that
got
man?
one of these endings. I'm gonna sit here and lie, and not lie to you.
Huron is no longer our battle.
Yeah, if I sit here and lie to you, that'd be ridiculous. I'm gonna sit here and not lie to you. I got one of these endings, and I think it was this ending I got when I first beat this game. And the reason, and it was actually 4, not golden. And the reason why I did that because I figured there was something wrong, and more importantly,
and make more memories with my friends.
at that point, I was trying to pick which answers would be correct, because after all, I was going by random select. So technically speaking, that's what I did with the game. So on that note, Yukiko and Chie and Rise and everybody else finally convinced Yosuke to cool the fuck down, and we're not going to kill Namatame. But because we didn't listen to what he said, however, Namatame basically comes back. However, Teddy still leaves a farewell letter. Not Namatame, I mean Nanako basically comes back. However, while Namatame has confessed to the kidnappings, he did not confess to the murders because he didn't do them. And he may just get off without anything because of the fact that sticking them in the TV is not a good, well, case to build on. And there was nothing that could actually stick to this guy. He had a rock-solid alibi, and the worst he'd probably get for kidnapping is a misdemeanor for maybe 3 years. 2 on good behavior. Tops.
From then on is still to be determined. If you have travel plans,
On that
be
note,
mindful of visibility conditions.
Dojima's going
almost
to
time for your
see
train. You ready
exactly
to go?
how this is going to play out. And that's all he can do.
Too bad Nanako couldn't leave
Meanwhile,
the hospital in time to
Nanako
say
is
goodbye.
still in a coma.
A little more time, and maybe she could have come outside. Feel free to come visit
So
anytime,
on that
okay?
note,
And say hi to your parents for me.
while Dojima can visit
There's
the
nothing more
hospital
I
at
can
any
do for this
time,
case. I might
he's
end
still
up
going to be
testifying
lonely
in
until
court, but
Nanako actually snaps
Otherwise,
out of her
I'll just be
coma.
observing to see how things play out. I don't imagine he'll get that harsh of a sentence
So
given
he's
the evidence,
practically
or lack thereof.
peeved that there won't be
Well,
a sentage.
So it goes.
He's peeved that he's not going to be able to
Mind if I
throw
ask
the
you
book
something?
at Namatame. But at
It's
the
only been a
same
year
time,
since you got here, but a lot's happened since
everything
then. What do
just
you
was
think about your time
insane
here?
since the moment
Are
we've
you
got
satisfied
here.
with the things you did, the choices
And
you
you're
made?
asking the question of, are you satisfied with the decisions you made? It doesn't matter how
I
you
see.
answer,
We can leave it at that.
he's going to say the same thing.
Well, we should get
So
going.
on that note,
Your friends are probably waiting at the station.
we're going to
Come
go
on.
and leave. And now for bad ending 3. Now if you get past Namatame and actually spare him, Here's how you can screw this up. I mean, it's so easy to get bad ending 3. I managed to accidentally get this one too. Because, you know, safe scum, why not?
It's freezing out here. Maybe this will help clear my head and get my deductive muscles flexing.
Needless to say, ladies and gentlemen,
Hey, is it snowing? Too bad the fog's so thick.
easily
The
getting
snow
the
just gets
bad
lost in it.
ending because you made a wrong answer is not a very good feeling. Because before this game had interim saves in the middle of important cutscenes, you had to rely on Persona 4 to get to a stopping point before you actually went any further. On that note, we have to pick a name, and unfortunately, I won't pick the name that is correct. Why? Because I'm just gonna show off the bad ending. And why should I show off the bad ending? Because it's so easy to get. I don't know why you do this, Atlas, but it's so easy to get. Or you did it because there are going to be some people who would just try to get the what ifs. And I ended up picking the wrong person, which is strike 1. So, now it's time for Actually, no. Now it's time for strike 2. Yep. You tried to frame Teddy for this. Teddy! Teddy of all people! Oh yeah, by the way, if you get Dojima, you automatically gets the bad ending. Bad, plain and simple. However, originally Dojima was going to be one of the culprits. And we're going to end up picking Mayumi Yamano, which, by the way, it was the victim of this case. And 3 strikes, we're out. So you get 3 chances. Anyone else, you basically have no clue. Meaning, if you did not save to this point, you have to reload all the way back from your previous save point on Persona 4 to get up to this point. Which is all the more reasons why you should never gun for the bad ending. I mean, if you don't know the answers, that's probably the reason why you would get the bad ending. But if you figure them out, then everything will flow. But, seeing as how we got the bad ending, Namatame is going to jail, and Nanako is still going to be in a coma. Wow, that's freaking sad. On that note,
I'm going back to my own world.
Teddy will give a note saying that he's going back to his world when you figure out the wrong culprit. Especially if you blame him.
Everything all of you did for me.
Yeah, that's really stupid. Don't blame Teddy. He's just there. So now everybody has avoided the case. The case is over, but there's still fog in Inaba. Notice that in every single ending. Look at this. There's still fog. There is still goddamn fog in Inaba. And there's going to continue to have fog. And it's still snowing. Yes, tragic snow. And it's going to be tragic snow until you actually get the true ending. Or the golden ending, for that matter.
A follow-up report on the serial kidnapping and murder case that shook Inaba last
So,
year.
in other words,
Taro Namatame has confessed
they're going to
to
throw the
committing
book at
multiple
Namatame again,
crimes
and they
previously
won't be
seen
able to actually
He continues to flatly
get Namatame to confess to the murders. Everything is going to happen the same way. The only difference is they're going to mention more of the fog, and more importantly, Dojima will get more and more suspicious that Namatame may not have been the murderer after all. Yeah, I know. It can be really frustrating.
You ready to go?
So on that note,
too bad
Nanako is still going to be in a coma.
A little more time and maybe she could have come
Or
outside.
basically she's going to be in a hospital for a while. She hasn't came out of her coma yet. And Dojima still
There's no doubt he's the one who put Nanako through
is
the more I interrogate
questioning if that guy really was the murderer.
Did Namatame really murder two people?
Even though he has a rock-solid alibi.
Well, we'll see what comes out in our investigation.
So on that
In
note,
any case, there haven't been any more bizarre incidents lately.
Dojima still says that the events are going to be very bizarre because of the fact that you hear. Were very bizarre because of the fact that you hear.
Well, we should get going.
And now it's time for us to say goodbye. By packing up our things and going. Oh, and he doesn't thank you. That's the thing. In one of the endings, Dojima thank you, and then he doesn't. Now we got the accomplice ending, but seriously, why is this even here? It doesn't make any goddamn sense.
What's the matter?
Now, remember when I said about actually not selecting Protect Adachi? If you want the accomplice ending, you're going to have to first select Adachi as the culprit. By the way, this is actually somebody else's Let's Play, and I apologize in advance. I think that guy's name is Buffmeister. I will have it in the Raws. In the Raws around this point here, and also it'll be here too. But everything else was mine. I will say this though. When it comes down to the accomplice ending, all you're doing is just wasting your time. For an achievement, no less. So the person you want to get is Toru Adachi. However, seeing as how this is golden, you'll have memories of Toru Adachi. By the way, you will not have the option to not select Toru Adachi. Or should I say, protect Toru Adachi, because of course, in the original, the accomplice ending is not there. However, you can screw up, and when you do, it's game over. And I don't think you get the chance for a New Game Plus. You'll have to redo all of that all over again. Wait, no, you do. Never mind, you do. Now, when you say, when the line says, don't tell friends, protect Adachi, they're going to come with another option. And that option is Protect Adachi. The other one would be Tell Your Friends. If you told your friends, it would have still gone on to the events as normal. But Protecting Adachi means you are going dead set to the accomplice ending. Well, not just yet. There's a series of questions you're going to have to answer.
That Namatame has committed his crimes,
and needless
and
to
he has
say,
already been arrested.
I
So,
hate
no matter what we
the
do, the
accomplice
case might be
ending.
over now?
Though the truth
It's
will
just
be
a
forever
kick in the
lost
balls.
darkness.
And for what? Something you're
For
already
us,
going to
it's
get.
more
You're
like-
already going to get this in the good ending.
Lost in the
I
fog.
mean, you're going to have to work twice as hard, but you're already going to get this in the good ending anyway. And just in time, in order to face the true final boss of the game. So this is quite frankly a kick in the nuts to have this ending. All for an achievement. The only people who'd run for this is an achievement whore. Plain and simple. Yes, it's an achievement on Steam, by the way. And the same thing happens. Teddy gives you a note saying he's going home, yada yada, blah blah blah.
I'm really,
However,
thankful for everything
things will be
all
different.
you did for me. Well,
You're not going to be sitting at home watching the news. At least not yet. No. It's going to fast forward to the 20th instead of the 21st. The 20th, you're going to say goodbye to Adachi. And you have a chance to either one, not meet Adachi, or go see him. For the accomplice ending, you go see him. For the bad ending, don't go see him. It'll just fast forward to the next day, and you're just gonna, well, go straight home.
Sorry, were you waiting long? Man, things have been so busy.
Now,
I've been putting in a crazy amount of overtime.
Adachi here
Anyway, what's with the sudden visit?
is
Can I help
wondering
you
why
with
you're here. Well,
do what?
you can ask him, did you do it?
Me?
And
Kill
he
Majin
is basically
Yamano
going
and
to
Saki
say,
Konishi?
are you serious?
What's this about?
Why are you asking me
you
this?
Serious? Oh, come on. Even if you're kidding, this is a pretty bad
The
joke.
fact that
Did you forget?
he's
You're the ones who
practically
brought Namatame here.
denying the fact that he did it. However,
Oh, I get it. You're still playing detective. Okay.
there's still going to be more
Say I am the culprit.
questions to
What did you
answer.
come here to do? Convince me
So
to
you're
turn
going to
myself
answer
in?
no for the second question.
So
Answer
what?
no
Are you
again.
trying to blackmail me?
And
Well, listen
yeah,
up. Unlike you, we police aren't made of
we're
tin.
not done
You
yet.
still haven't even cleaned up Namatame's mess. Besides, you don't have any proof that I did it.
And Adachi doesn't have time for this. However,
Well, are you gonna keep playing
the
detective?
thing you want to say is, I'm on your side. Oh God.
You're on my side? Are
Oh,
you trying to
God.
be the hero or something?
What
No,
have I done?
You're saying you're on the killer's side. In front of a police
I
officer.
don't want to have
Do
to
you
deal with this
understand what that
place.
means?
But just say yes. Because saying I was kidding will have you to
I
leave
see.
automatically. So, with that said,
Wait here a sec.
Adachi comes with the letter he was supposed to send to forensics. Hey, you guys remember that letter in part
It's the threatening
124?
letter that got
The
sent
one
to your
where he
house.
forgot? That letter would have had his
Accidentally forgot
fingerprints
to
on
forward
it.
over to forensics. I'm sure it was just a prank, but
So-
maybe it was connected to the murders. Who knows? This might be the piece
What's
of evidence
happening?
that could turn this whole case upside down.
He is practically telling you
The real killer
that
wouldn't
if
want the
he
police to have this.
is truly
But
on
you're
his
with me,
side,
right? So if I'm the real
he's
killer,
going to have to prove
you're
it.
with me.
You know what
And
he's
that makes
asking you to
my
do.
Partner in crime. Isn't that right?
Destroy evidence. He gave him the cigarette lighter.
If I send this to
And,
forensics,
oh yeah,
I
by
might
the
pull
way,
some
this
evidence
is
off.
animated.
maybe a
just
clue
to let you
capture
know.
the real killer.
Well,
You, your friends, and Dojima-san have all been busting your asses for a
all you
whole
can
year
do
to
is
solve
just
this
sit
case.
back and
It's
watch
a damn shame that no one's caught the real
as
killer yet.
you make the hugest mistake of his life.
Well,
And that is literally burn the letter. Oh, you could choose to do so. And it'll be a betrayal of everything you've done, even catching that bastard Mitsuo. So, let's set the letter on fire. And with that, we are guaranteed the accomplice ending. Oh my God, what have we
you
done?
actually did it. Do you understand what you just did?
And We
destroyed
burned
evidence.
police evidence
Crime, you know.
in front of a goddamn cop. And a dirty one at that. So now, he's got blackmail on us. God damn.
Now, this little incident is covered up
And
forever.
just like that, Namatame will rot. Even worse, he also has your phone number.
And it's the police's duty to keep tabs on those who've committed crimes.
So now, no matter where you go, no matter where you travel, he'll call you, you better jump.
No use changing your number.
And that's basically it. He's got you literally on lockdown. And for that, we now get the Jester Link completed. And by the way, you could do this at any level of the Jester Link. It'll automatically rank up to 10, and by doing so, we now get Magastu Izanagi. All this for a persona that we're gonna have to wait till we're level 85 and probably in the middle of the game to actually fuse. Are you serious, Atlas? Whatever. At least it's done. At least it's done. At least I showed off all the bad and terrible endings. Almost all of them, actually. But by the way, since he's got the phone, which carries over to the New Game Plus, you're gonna be able to fuse to him anyway. But like I said, you're gonna have to wait till level 85.
But the truth is a sinister thing.
And the
seems like something
truth,
absolute
what we just did,
that exists in everyone's hearts. For you.
was
This was
practically,
Well, I'm going back. So be careful
was
on your way
practically
home.
doomed
The
all of
fog is
Inaba.
getting thicker and
Oh yeah,
thicker
the fog's
after
gonna get worse. Because this asshat is wishing for the fog in the first place. Oh, more on that later. So then, with that said, Namatame will swing because of you.
Now, a follow-up report on the
Well,
serial
not
kidnapping
necessarily
and murder case
swing.
that shook
He's
Inaba
just
last
going
week.
to be
Defendant
penned for
Namatame
murder,
has confessed to
and
committing the multiple kidnappings that previously seemed
he
irrelevant.
may just walk out
However,
scot-free
he
with the
continues
case
to flatly deny his
unsolved.
involvement in the
Again,
first two
and
murders.
here's
So
the
much
thing.
unknown regarding his motives and methods, many are hoping his trial
There
will
is
shed
no
some light
motive.
on these mysteries. Up
And
next
there's
is
going
our
to be
fog
more
forecast
fog,
today.
Fog is still
even
covering the
coming
town, but it should
through
soften
spring.
somewhat
So
this week
even
with the coming
though
of
we
spring.
leave, the fog is
Today
going
and
to be
tomorrow
thicker
we'll
and
see
thicker,
fairly light amounts of
and
fog
there's
as
nothing we
usual.
could do about it, because we blew
Then
our
on is
one
still to
chance to
determine.
stop it.
If you have travel plans, please be mindful of visibility conditions.
And of course, Dojima once again will be disappointed that the case
almost time for
has
the
ended
train.
the way it did,
Ready to
much
go?
like Mitsuo.
Too bad.
And
Nanako
with
couldn't
that
leave the
said,
hospital
ladies
in
and
time to say
gentlemen,
goodbye.
Nanako's once
Time,
again in the
maybe she could've
hospital,
come outside.
and she won't be
Feel free
able
come
to
visit
visit,
anytime,
so
And say hi to your
we'll be
parents.
leaving.
There's no
And
doubt he's the one who
He
put
still has
Nanako
his
through all
doubts.
this. But
He still
the more I
doesn't
interrogate,
feel that Namatame's the murderer. No, he still feels that Namatame's not the murderer.
Namatame really murdered two people?
But it doesn't matter how you answer. At the end of the
Here's
day,
hoping it all comes out in our investigation. In any case, there haven't been any more bizarre incidents lately. Here's hoping
Dojima
Inaba
still is
goes
going to have to go
its
back to
usual
work as
quiet
usual.
self
At
and
least his
stays
daughter's still alive. Albeit still on life
We should
support.
get going. Your friends are probably waiting at the station. Come
On that note, we'll be picking up our bags and heading out. However, the difference between what would be the true ending in here is the fog is still in Inaba.
You really really are leaving us. You know, it was overdue quick.
It's going to get boring without you around, Senpai.
You will visit, won't you?
We'll come immediately if anything happens on your end. Be sure to take good care of yourself.
Take care. Keep in touch, okay? I'll reserve a room for you at the Amagi Inn the next time you come.
Well, I'll see ya. You really helped us out with lots of stuff. Thanks, partner.
Lastly, this is what happens when you leave Yomatsu Hirosako and the Hollow Forest. By the way, they're one and done areas, and you'll get the credits. And this also happens when you get the bad endings. So yeah, that's basically going to cover all the bad endings, so I won't have to do an extra video for this. Thank the Lord. However, we still got the rest of the game to do, and we don't have much. We just gotta go through, try to complete as much social links as we can, show off Adachi and his imminent defeat, go through the Hollow Forest, face off against Margaret, and beat Izanagi. And that's basically all we have to do. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, why? Why do we have the accomplice ending? It just doesn't make any sense. More importantly, why do we have the Hollow Forest? That too does not make sense. I'm just baffled as to why they would go this route. But, to be honest, this is actually like a trap for any first-time player. So that's why some of these endings exist. But seriously, the accomplice ending? Who in the hell would feel sorry for Adachi? I mean, yeah, sure, he talked about murders, but who in the hell would feel sorry for Adachi? And that's basically the gist of the bad endings. Oh, I almost forgot! This theme you're listening to is Farewell. Get used to hearing it, because guess what's the penultimate final theme in Yomatsu Hirosaka? Yep. I have nothing. I mean, this only happens if one, you're playing. This theme only happens when one, you're playing the penultimate level of the game, or two, if you made a mistake and got the bad endings. And needless to say, while it's a beautiful theme, you'll get sick and tired of it once you get to Yomatsu Hirosaka, because it'll restart all over again. And more importantly, when it restarts all over again, it's going to loop, and when it does, then it's going to keep repeating the first chorus over and over and over again. I mean, I'm a sucker for piano choruses, but Yomatsu Hirosaka's theme can be rather annoying. That is until you get to the boss fight. The boss fight's theme is actually one of the best themes in the game. Underrated criminally, and what's even more criminal, it's not on a goddamn CD! Yeah, for Persona 4 there's a music CD. The first and second the first and the second form of the final boss of the game, their themes are not on the CD. It's criminal. However, they're here for Golden, and they're certainly here there's also the theme for a certain someone who happens to be an annoying tsundere, who may also end up being the boss of Hollow Forest. That theme happens to be here and will probably be accessed after you beat her, but in all honesty, I'm going to not like Hollow Forest, and I'm going to cringe. I'll try to be positive, I really am. But from here on in, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be straight shot to the true ending. And more importantly, I'm going to try to at least max out either Naoto, Rise, or Kanji. I'm going to try to max out as many people as I can. And that is a solemn promise. I'll try to max out as many people as I can. I can't get them all in Golden. But the PS4 game, I'm going to get them all. Ain't no guarantee, because in the PS4 game, I'm practically at Naoto's dungeon, and there's a good number of people I've already maxed out, and there's still maybe a few of them left. And all I need to do is just work towards getting money so I could just buy all the Persona from Margaret's social link. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we will be done with this part here. I'll see you guys in part 126 as we continue on in the story and unlock Yomatsu Hirosaka. This is RVMan985. Sorry to the person I accidentally took the video. No, not accidentally. I apologize deeply because I didn't want to have to go through to get the bad ending again. And I left this name there. The guy I took. Sorry about that. But the rest of the footage I already showed off, especially that one that came from the PS2, sorry. Anyway, see you guys next time.